Hi folks, I'm going to do a review video today of my Feeling FM-F200DF mandolin. And I bought this on eBay uh, from the Feeling company. And Feeling, I guess, has been in business for over 15 years. And they used to sell through stores like Amazon and eBay and their own website and stuff, and then something happened back in 2019. I don't know what it was related to, but they stopped selling for about the past 4 years, but in January they started again. And they have a new factory representative. His name is David, and he's building the store front back up. eBay, I understand they have plans to get an Amazon store going, and their own website where they can list their full line of instruments and stuff. But basically they make stringed instruments, guitars, mandolins, basses, banjos, bouzouki, anything in the mandolin family, mandolas, octave mandolins, things like that. They're based in a little town in China called Changel, and from what I understand, in that town there are over 100 guitar factories, and they represent probably 50 or 60% of the exports from China of electric guitars. And out of all those companies, Feeling is the only one that does mandolins, banjos, ukuleles, and that type of thing. They also make acoustic guitars, classical guitars, nylon string, things like that. But anyhow, when I saw these come out, it really piqued my interest. You know, we're in a sea of Eastmans and Kentuckys and Loors and, you know, all these things for affordable mandolins, and I like to find diamonds in the rough, or gems, you know, where nobody's really looking for them. And when I came across this, I researched it pretty hard, and I decided to give it a try. There are a couple things when you buy right from the factory without going to a middleman or a music store or something like that. I mean, you're getting it right from the people that made it. So there are a couple things. I had to do a setup on it, which didn't involve much. I had to file the nut slots down, to bring them down to make the action play the way I liked it, and sand the bridge. I had to sand the bridge to mate it so that it fit perfectly with the top of the mandolin, and just a slight truss rod adjustment. But it's just basic things you do to set up a mandolin. If you can't do it yourself, a store, a luthier, or a music store with a luthier would typically charge you $100, $150 to do that for you. I'm lucky enough that I know how to do that stuff myself, so it was really no big deal. But anyhow, I don't know if there's a warranty with it. I know that, like, for eBay, for example, it's a 30-day warranty. So if it comes to you and you don't like it, or there's something wrong with it, or whatever, you can return it within 30 days. I'll have to check with David to see about that. Feeling is the name of the company and the brand that they use in China. Tone Wolf is the brand that they use in the U.S. and other parts of the world. But there's no sticker inside with the model number, serial number, the factory name, nothing like that. There's no sticker inside of it. When I was looking inside of it, I stuck a mirror down in there so I could see the bracing, and it's the traditional tone bars for an F-style. But I'll have to ask David about that. David, by the way, if you're going to think about getting one of these, and his communication with him is excellent. I just can't say enough about it. Very helpful, very responsive. You have to remember that he's on the other side of the planet, so there's a 13-hour time difference. So keep that in mind when you're going to communicate with him. But yeah, I'll have to ask him about that. So anyhow, back to the mandolin itself. I love everything about this mandolin. The fit and finish. The finish on this appears to be a hand rubbed. The binding is all exact. Everything's nice and smooth with no sharp edges. I did an unboxing video. It's on YouTube that you can look up and check it out if you see what it's going to look like when it gets to your house, how it's packaged and things like that. But this is really nice. It's a solid spruce hand carved top, solid maple back and sides, solid maple, plain maple neck. Nice replaceable tuner buttons. The tuners are nice quality tuners. They're nice and smooth to tune it up. And once it's in tune, it stays in tune. Very nice inlay. Excuse me, it is very well done. So when I first got this and set it up and started playing it, I thought it sounded a little thin. But I realized that it had never been strung before. It never had vibrations going through it. You know, it probably came right off the factory and stuck on a shelf or in a box somewhere. And it didn't really have any of the vibration or anything going through it until I set it up and started playing it. And I can tell you that was 3 weeks ago when I got it, 20 days. And every day that I play this thing, I can hear it and feel it opening up more and more each day. And the tone is getting warmer and rounder. The volume is starting to come out and produce. It's just, it's turning into a real nice instrument to play. So, I think that's all I have to say about the build quality on it. I mean, I can't find anything that I don't like about the build quality. I mean, everything is just very nice. These people took pride in their product when they built this. I've made some notes here. Let me look quick. Oh, I wanted to, before I did this video, I didn't want it to be a comparison video, but I wanted to be able to play some other mandolins, like around the price point for this, so that I had something to compare it to for myself. All I have is to compare it to my other two mandolins. This is a kit mandolin that I bought, the first one that I ever bought, and I finished it and put it together, but that was it only cost me 160 bucks. That's plywood. And then once I knew that I was going to get into the mandolin, I bought this rag, which is a handmade mandolin from Roy A. Gordon up in New York. And that is just a beautiful, beautiful piece, but it wouldn't be fair to compare this to either one of those. So I went out and hit a couple music stores last Saturday. By the way, the price point on this was $679, and they have a whole line of them, and I think they have maybe a dozen listed on eBay right now. But anywhere from 300 bucks up to $2,000. But this one was listed at $679. So when I was out last Saturday, The first one I played was a gold tone GM35 F-style mandolin, and it had a price tag of $500 on it. I hated it. It sounded like a tin can with strings. I played it for 10 or 15 seconds and hung it back on the wall. The next one I played was an Eastman MD305 A style. That's a $600 mandolin. It looked and felt cheap. It sounded cheap. It did, you know, little to no tone or volume. It just didn't do anything for me. Next I played an Ibanez M522S. That was a plywood mandolin. That price point on that one was $330. And if I would have bought any of those online, I would have been very disappointed when it showed up at my door. They just really, to me, had nothing to offer. I did play an Eastman 515. It was an MD 515V F-style, and that was a pretty nice mandolin. It wasn't set up very nice, very high action, rough on the fingers, but it had a nice sound to it, a nice robust round woody tone. But that was twice the money that this is. That was $1,289, I think. So I don't know that you can even compare that to this. But this, I mean, it's got a good sound, and like I say, it's getting better every time I play it. And I like it so much that I ordered another one. I ordered a different model, an F88, and I'll be looking forward to getting that. But that should tell you something. If I like this one enough that I bought another one, I should tell you, if I didn't already, I don't work for Feeling. Feeling is not paying me to do this video. I'm just doing an honest review. They don't have a footprint really here in the United States yet, or elsewhere. So I thought I would do a review so that other folks might look at it and be able to make a decision on whether or not they'd like to buy one. But I think it's an excellent value for the money. And you can never have too many mandolins. You can never have too many guitars. So, I don't know. I guess all that's left to do, you're about to find out that I'm not a very good mandolin player. I spent most of my life playing guitar, and then last year I took up a square neck steel resonator guitar and started playing the mandolin probably, I don't know, 4 months ago. But I can fake it through some stuff. But let's see what this sounds like here. Alright, let me see if I can play. I'm going to try to play something with a little background here. I'm going to use my strum machine.